Here in the city of brotherly love, we welcome you once again to another episode of VRW Warzone. I am, and always will be, the voice of commentary, Quadissimo, here to welcome you to the first match of the night, an open challenge invitational.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Washington, D.C., she is the VRW Warzone champion, Amber Young.
Coming off a victory at the Ultimate Frenzy, defending her championship against Rachel Ross and Tori Doyle, Amber Young is finally here in the Warzone in Season 3. No longer worried about bringing out the true potential of other women. She is only focusing on the potential within her own self. No longer looking for recognition of other women. He is ready for others to step up and pose a challenge to the Women's Champion. It has been 5 whole months of Amber Young's championship reign. Is there anyone looking to pose a threat to this champion? We're about to find out.
And her opponent, from San Diego, California, Victoria Marina.
And like I said before, we have ourselves a whole new slew of war maidens who have entered the war zone for the first time in their career. This is Victoria Marina. Has been keeping her eye on the war maidens for quite some time, since way before Season 2. And now she is here to answer the challenge of the open invitational of our Women's Champion. You can feel the confidence flowing all over Victoria. In her first match in VRW, she's up against the top champion of our War Maidens. But is it confidence or cockiness that is going to completely take over her situation here tonight in our first match in VRW? And this matchup is now underway. Amber Young's first match in Season 3, Victoria's first match in VRW entirely. And Amber Young already looks like she hasn't missed a beat since took a week off of in-ring competition off of her big championship defense at the Ultimate Frenzy, and now Amber Young is back to business here and is already showing Victoria the kind of competition that exists here in the war zone. Big time field, big time stage. If you're Victoria Marina having your first matchup this way with Amber Young, not gonna let the new face on the block overshadow the championship. This open challenge invitational just to welcome anyone who wants to step up to the champion. Victoria now battling back in the opposition now. Maybe heavy strikes here. Oh, back and forth. We saw some heavy strikes being thrown last week. A couple other war maidens debuting. And Amber Young quickly showing the rest of the VRW Riots and the Warmans in the back that she is just as hard-hitting as they come. And on the outside, submissions may not apply to tap out on the outside, but they are still effective. Dragon Sleeper was applied there, Victoria. Able to find herself an escape. Now wrestling for control here. Tossed aside in the back. of Amber Young's skull might have bounced off, just grazed it even. And he's shot. Oh man! Again, these heavy strikes of Victoria. The straight and power off the air raid neckbreaker. Dropping Amber on the back of her head and neck. Count is at 7 right now. Victoria back inside the ring. Amber taking her time to get back herself. But Victoria not going to give her any time of reprieve here. And now off the ripcord and a knee straight to the jaw of Amber Young. And again, still keeping up with the offense. And now Marina climbing all the way to the top rope here in the back of her knee. Came crashing down on the back of the head and neck of Amber Young. May not have gotten all of it, but it was still down. Has her for a cover and a kick out for Amber Young. Now Marina continuing the offense and the pressure, targeting the head and neck of our champion. That being the focal point here. Ooh, off the stiff kick to the top of the dome here. Victoria Marina now with the kicks and striking combination takes the champion down again. Amber Young now off the elbow to the midsection here. And for 5 months as champion, the Women's champion, not too many have been posing too much of a striking competition game against Amber Young. But right now, Victoria Marina is starting to show us something here. And again, targeting body part after body part is Victoria Marina. And in our first night, her debut matchup here in VRW, she is taking it to our champion. And now overpowering Amber Young. No, man! Powerbomb! The stiff strikes are being thrown between both of these Warriors right now. Ooh, kick to the midsection. Marina off the stunner! Champ is down, dead center of the ring. Cover. Is the champ gonna lose in the first match? I see that 3. No, a 2.5. And Victoria Marina thinking that she may have her. Ow! Amber Young able to see something coming and had it well scouted. Now kicks of her own self. Blocks underneath. Ooh! Great fluid motion here with a grip at the nape of the neck of our champion here. And Victoria Marina off the backhand chop and again targeting the left leg of Amber Young. Trying to take away her ability to lift with her legs here. Ooh! And the right leg is doing just as fine. Gonna be a toss over the top rope and out goes Victoria Marina. And turnabout's fair play. Imitation being the greatest form of flattery. And Amber Young now on the assault. Gotta keep in mind that Amber Young, with her mixed martial arts background. Ooh, now a takedown of Victoria Marina. I see it like trying to keep her on par with a similar background of her own. The collegiate wrestling. Ooh, in California as well. Been to a couple of mini dojos of her own. And Marina making it back inside the ring. Amber Young now trying to shake off some of the fatigue that might have been building up here. Kick to the midsection of Victoria Marina now. Again with the grappling game. These kicks. Oh, man! Straight to the face and temple of Amber Young. And once again, putting a bullseye on the head and neck off of that whiplash neck breaker. And again, continuing this vigorous assault on Amber Young on our debut matchup here. And Marina once again off the ripcord knee to the jaw. Amber Young trying to get herself back into business here. Flies in with a high knee. Into the cover. Final flash knee strike connecting to Victoria. And Amber Young couldn't get the job done in time. This is wrestling chants starting to come from the VRW riots here. And Amber Young trying to keep Victoria in her place. Now Victoria Marina, ooh, Able to catch her with a jawbreaker move. Ooh, moved out of the side of a high knee jump as herself here. And Amber Young with these kicking combinations and these strikes starting to be more apparent here. Drop kick to the back of Victoria. And that dropped her down into the corner. Amber Young continuing to bring on this vicious assault here. And oh! Whips her out of the corner, drops her with a power bomb. And Amber Young, oh, again! Targeting the small of the back of Victoria Marina. And now the champions starting to get a bit more comfortable here in the opening matchup, the kickoff season 3, episode 2 of VRW Warzone. And now off the half and half suplex, dropping Marina on the top of the dome. And now crawls her into the cover, hooks to the leg, shoulders are down, 2.99. Victoria trying her best to keep up with our champion here. Now is Amber Young targeting body parts and limbs, going after the left shoulder, the arm of her opponent, Victoria Marina, her debut matchup here. And again, turnabout's fair play. Anything you can do, I can do better. Motion here. Amber Young now. Once again, oh, misses the roundhouse kick, straight to the midsection here. Victoria Marina has her up, drops her down. What the hell was that? Into the cover, both shoulders are down. Amber Young able to kick out at 2.5. So close to pulling off an amazing upset. An amazing moment here, and a debuting superstar of VRW. Oh man, Amber Young realizing that this is not going to be some walk in the park. This is an actual challenge that has stepped up, that is trying to threaten the championship reign of Amber Young. A front headlock takedown, just strangling some of the life out of the lungs of Amber Young. Marina now back in the vertical base here, whipping the champion over the top rope, still hanging on for dear life. Stiff shot here. Bad positioning. Right down on the apron off the suplex. And again, the waves of momentum, the momentum crashing back and forth between Amber Young and Victoria Marina. Stalking the champion as if she is a wounded prey in the wild. Combination down, and Victoria Marina, ignoring the referee's 10 count, is at 3 now, has her locked in a torture rack. Continuing to wear down the body of the Warriors champion. And just drops her down right in front of the VRW Riots. Referee's count is at 5 now, and Victoria Marina bolstered her aid and tossed her straight into the barricade. Marina putting on an excellent fight right now, back inside the ring, climbing all the way back to the top rope. Victoria looking to fly with the knee straight across the chest into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders are down, Amber able to kick out at 2.5. There's still fight left in the Women's Champion. Blocks a forearm strike. Wrestles for control once again. Off the side heel suplex. Marina is rocked and dazed, trying to go for a backhand chop. And from behind, German suplex again, dropping Marina on the back of the dome. And now the champion herself bobbing and weaving, realizing that her opponent is dazed once again, dropping her down with the half and half suplex. Good night, Victoria Marina. Into the cover. Shoulders are down again. Marina able to kick out at 2.5. Showing the resiliency, showing the fight of a war maiden on her first night in VRW, but the champion continuing to strike back. And now, kicking away Amber Young. Young now rocked Back to her feet, however, Victoria Marina has her up once again, dropping the champion down in the back of her own head and neck, but the referee had to call for the rope break. That almost could have been the end there, into a stunner. Amber Young is all discombobulated right now. Victoria just pinned the Women's Champion on a debut.
Here's your winner, Victoria Marina.
That is how you make an impact on your first night in VRW. Victoria Marina was able to keep up with the top champion of our War Men's division throughout this matchup here, despite the fight that Amber Young had been bringing throughout the whole matchup here, continuously dropping Victoria on the top of her head and neck. It just wasn't enough. 1 week away from the ring isn't supposed to completely drive out your motivation, whether or not Amber Young was trying to completely shut down the momentum that was building throughout this matchup here, but it took one more stunner from Victoria Marina to shut down our War Men's champion. The future is not looking bleak for the newcomers here in our War Men's division. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a very interesting night for you here on episode 2. Trying to recover from a loss from last week against a debuting team in Worthless Intent. Technically Perfect were approached by American Strong Style last week. They go head-to-head in a tag team confrontation in our main event later on tonight. It is a tag team frenzy match. Bella Lockjaw and Trish Riley teaming up to take on the team of Candy Vega and the Queen of VRW, Sammy Soul. That is our main event tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois,
Brian Black debuted in a frenzy match last week. Unfortunately, took the pinfall in that matchup here. Now looks to show us what he is capable of doing for himself in singles competition. War Men's aren't the only ones that are getting new faces to their division. The Warriors are trying to bulk up themselves. Not too many Warriors and War Men's of old stuck around for season 3. So it's time to bring in new faces and create a whole new set of stars in VRW.
and his opponent, Istanbul, Turkey, North
And speaking of stars, we are looking at one who is already close to him because this man is always in the clouds. Flynn North, who also debuted last week, has a thing for keeping himself flying through the air in his matches here. As you saw last week in his debut against Duke Drama, it was so hard to keep this man on the ground. It wasn't even funny, but it was hell of an entertaining performance from Flynn North. I have no doubts about it, and we are about to see some more high-flying action from Flynn here tonight. And Byron Black is going to have to keep up with his flyer miles when it comes to Flynn North. A drop kick to the back already, taking Brian off of his feet here. Flynn North now up the targeting the legs here of Brian Black. And already, there we go already. Springboard off of the moonsault and shooting star press. The high flying capability here. That's this time, however, Brian was able to bring the knees up. Common scenario of speed versus power. Brian off the stiff clothesline, dropping Flynn North. Now, one thing you want to do against an opponent like Flynn is completely ground him by any means necessary. Once this guy gets flying, it is all over for you. And big slaps, these strikes trying to reach their target here. Flynn North trying to make things a hard time and effort for Brian Black here. Stiff elbow to the side of face of Flynn North here. And a neck breaker dropping the man from Turkey. And now, slapping the chest of Brian Black here. Again, off the backhand chopping. Flynn targeting the left leg, trying to take away the lifting ability from your legs there. And now some power on display from Flynn North. Thinking that, the high flying was all he had there. There he went again. And again, Flynn North take it to the skies, dropping the knee across the chest of Brian Black into the cover. Both shoulders are down here, and in the face of a kick out by Brian. Flynn North is a marvel to watch in the ring here. Very excited to see this man in VRW flying all around the ring here. Power slam coming now into a counter. Brian Black down, not for the count. However, Flynn North, top rope once again, driving the knee into the chest. All this guy wants to do is fly here tonight and woo the VRW Riots. Stiff kick to the midsection once again into a neck breaker. Now Brian on top of the action here, flying down these strikes, these punches, and now stomping down on the midsection here. The ground and pound of Brian Black. Exactly what he needs to do to keep Flynn North down. Now kick to the midsection here. Kick to the hamstring. And now wrestling for control. And now face first. Into the mat. And again flying around. This man, Brian, needs a fly swatter to get this man out of the air. And propped up once again up against the ropes here, holding on to the ropes is Brian here, and two, and ace crusher using the ropes as a high vantage point advantage, cover again, Brian able to kick the shoulder up at 2.5. This man is all over the place. North back to the top rope here, looking for a 450. Inverted 450, but Brian moved out of the way. Now has North up on his shoulders here, but Flynn trying to fight back here, driving the elbows to the side of the head, locking in for control once again. Flatliner taking down Brian. And Brian Black is at his wit's end about this entire situation here. Cannot comprehend the high-flying nature of Flynn North, and a spear taken over and cut him in half. Flynn is down, shoulders are down, hook to the leg. Flynn able to kick out at 2.5. Close quarter spear from Brian Black, trying to, and a stun and a boot Flynn North is down once again. A cover by Brian Black to put a win on his record. And again, Flynn able to kick out at 2.5. And Flynn North ran straight into Brian Black as if running straight into a brick wall. And Brian, got cut aside here. And once again, Flynn with a flatliner. And again, flying off the moonsault using our ropes. And once again, bringing the knees up. Brian Black once again here. Can't keep his hands on Flynn North, trying to keep the man grounded here. Flynn with some power and ease and a power bomb, but too close to the ropes. And Flynn North keeping up with the advantages here with his speed. Again, we're gripping the nape of the neck. Brian Black driving the elbows to the ribs in midsection here. Trying to take him down with a clothesline, but Flynn once again with a grip of the nape of the neck. Not giving Brian any time here. Again with the elbows. The ribs in midsection here. A big slap to Flynn North and a stiff forearm strike. And Flynn trying to battle back here. There's back and forth on display here. Super kick straight to the jaw. Down goes Brian once again. Flynn dragging him away from the ropes. Learning from a mistake from earlier. Shoulders are down again. 2.5. Brian is starting to struggle to keep up with the speed and athleticism of Flynn North, spiking his head into the mat with a DDT. And Flynn now, stepping down in the arms here, kick to the side of the head of Flynn. Brian Black trying to get back in his matchup here, back into the ground and pound a counter. Flynn North not going to get punched in the face anymore. Now targeting once again the left leg of Brian Black. Flynn now from the ropes here, climbing all the way to the top rope. Front, and now Brian able to pluck him out of the air and throw him down to the mat. And Black now kick to the midsection, slap to the face. Now the strikes are on display. Stiff forearm strike by Brian here. Brian back on the up in the advantage. Has him up in a fireman's carry, face first, snake eyes. And Black continue. Kick to the ribs by Flynn North. Flynn trying to battle back himself here. And it's again spiking him with a DDT. The struggles continue to happen here. First, Brian shoulder fronts into the mat there. And now crawls in for the cover, hand in the face. Shoulders are down here. And a kick out at 2.5. And Brian trying to showcase even more power. Fall away slam with an exploder. Toss it. And again, more power on display, continuing to toss around Flynn North. And now Flynn to the bad predicament here. Looking to go for a second spear in the matchup here. Flies into a knee. Able to jump up and catch Brian with a knee. And Flynn North looking to put this one away. Blocks a forearm strike, however. Misses with the slap backhand chop, however. Off the springboard, moved out of the way. Missed with the springboard that time. Drops him with a stunner. The cover from Brian Black. Shoulders are down on Flynn North. Brian with a victory.
Here's your winner, Brian Black.
It was all about being patient. It was all about picking your moment and waiting for your opponent to make this mistake. This back and forth between Flynn North and Brian Black was definitely one to be a marvel of. Blocking, I should say sidestepping the slap and catching Brian with a super kick just shows you just how quick Flynn North is able to respond in a close quarter combat scenario. But that super kick could not keep Brian Black down, but Brian was about to cut Flynn North in half, and Flynn was able to catch him with a jumping knee strike. But one more back and forth counter brigade, like a pendulum swing, was able to set up a disaster scenario for Flynn. failing to hit that springboard cost him dearly as he got dropped with a stunner from Brian Black. Brian, who debuted last week and has finally got himself a victory in the second week. Congrats goes to Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Austin Storm is going to have himself his very own talk show. He lost his throne to the man he's going to interview. Special guest, brand new king of the Warzone, Jason Thomas, later on tonight.
This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Entrance first. Accompanied to the ring by Danny Wells, the king of Chase Collins, Evan Wilder, American Strong Style.
Technically perfect. Has themselves an opportunity to get some momentum back into their own favor. However, Danny Wells brought with him not just American Strong Styles, Evan Wilder, and Chase Collins, stepping up back into a tag team scenario on behalf of American Strong Style.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Maxwell White, the team of Warren Rick, Jacob Bernard, technically perfect.
Well, technically perfect are without the appearance of Maxwell White here tonight. Max has his eyes set on the new faces coming into the Warzone. Even now as we speak, he is looking for a third to add to his managerial experience. Finding himself another client, not just technically perfect. The man wants to make stars left and right. And that might have discouraged Warren Grant and Jacob Panaya, bringing down a little bit of their morale, but they know exactly what it's like to be all on their own in the tag team circuit. All they have to do is keep their eye on the prize and get themselves a win here in Season 3 to take out American Strong Style. And technically perfect here. This matchup is now underway. Starting things off is Evan Wilder and Jacob Panaya, and a strike. Ooh, continuing to strike here. keeping Benaya in a corner. And Benaya now off the takedown and raining down some of these strikes while they're blocking the punches. Danny Wells watching on from ringside, keeping an eye on his boys here. No longer have any ties to Kyle Young. Those ties were severed at the Ultimate Frenzy when Wells is able to defeat Kyle Young at the Ultimate Frenzy. It was an amazing back and forth confrontation matchup. Oof. Mentor versus student, and right now we are seeing the students become their own teachers now, trying to teach a lesson to Technically Perfect. There is no such thing as perfect in their eyes. Tag was made to Chase Collins. Now Collins with a stiff heavy punch from behind here. Tried to go for a German suplex, but Naya was able to counter here. And off the atomic drop to Chase Collins. And now to a wrestle by control here. Oh! Off the bell ringer now has him from behind. And a stiff European uppercut. Straight to the back of the head and neck. Tag was made to Warren Grant. Now ooh. Taking him all the way from behind. A power on display with an inverted scoop slam to Chase Collins. Now trying to drag him to Technically Perfect corner here. Collins driving the elbows into the ribs and midsection, breaking free. And now the power just chucking aside. And now again, the grip of the nape of the neck, face first into that top turnbuckle, trying to make a tag to Evan Wilder. And now Warren Grant throwing these slugs around here. And a stiff forearm dropping Collins. Technically Perfect had themselves quite the winning streak before we came to this new location for the Warzone. And took their first loss in VRW to a debuting team of Worthless Intent. That being Dan and Drew Fenwick, who are now welcome members of our Warriors Tag Team Division. And a stiff power slam by Warren Grant, making another tag to Jacob Benaya. Now Benaya just trying to keep these frequent tags going for Technically Perfect here. Look at the power on display from Chase Collins here with a military press, dropping Jacob Benaya right in front of him. And a big splash by Collins, keeping Benaya down. And now making a tag once again to Evan Wilder. These frequent tags that are being made by both teams right now are apparent. A palm strike to the midsection of Evan Wilder here. Jacob Benaya now has him up on his shoulders. Deadman's carry here, drapes him over the top rope. And Jacob Benaya continuing, shoving Wilder up against the ropes here. Now just trying to use the ropes as a weapon, targeting the left arm. And now more power on display for Benaya, dropping him across the knee with a backbreaker, making a tag to Warren Grant. And Evan Wilder back to a vertical base here, wrestling for control. Now there's a wrestling takedown hold. And now Grant is down. Evan Wilder now just raining down these punches in the face of Warren Grant, keeping the man grounded in the process here. Again, continuing the punches, trying to knock some of the brain cells out of the man's skull. So, picking the legs are underneath. Chase Collins urging Wilder to make the tag, and he does, and the tag again was made to Jacob Benaya. A stiff strike from behind here, and now onto a neck breaker. No, still holding on. Chase Collins with a neck breaker count of his own. And another splash by Collins. Continually grounding Jacob Benaya here, stepping down on the right arm as well, and a stiff kick to the side of the head. Now Jacob Benaya continuing to bring the onslaught. Gotta wonder what's going through the minds of Technically Perfect, knowing that their manager that has been keeping them on their feet is looking for another star to create rather than focus their time on this Technically Perfect team. And Collins once again, power on display, tossing him with that suplex into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders it down, a quick kick out by Jacob Benaya. And Collins again with even more power on display and bombing Jacob Benaya to the ground. making an attack to Evan Wilder. Jacob Benaya needs to make the tag, and he does to Warren Grant. Warren and Evan back to being the legal men here. Kick to the midsection, tried to go for a power bomb, and Warren Grant was able to counter. Now bringing them back to a vertical base here. Warren Grant now, stiff right hand and got tripped up by Evan Wilder here. Now both back to a vertical base here. Off the takedown. And now on top of Warren Grant with these heavy strikes, these heavy palms. Trying to meet to the temple and dome. Even more struggling. Stepping down on the right hand. Warren Grant. Stiff kick to the lower back. And Evan Wilder now. Perched all the way for the top. Saw Warren Grant trying to make it back to his feet with that double X handle to the back of the dome. And Chase Collins back to being the legal man here for American Strong Style. Danny Wells just watching as this tag team continues to bring the fight into this matchup here. And Chase Collins now has Warren Grant in the corner and now driving these stiff elbows to the side of the head. Freak attacks continuing to be made by American Strong Style. Evan Wilder back as the legal man. Now brought them back up. Popped them up into a spine buster. Warren Grant was taken for a ride there into the cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders are down here. And a 2.5. Kick out for Warren Grant. Now, sidestep moved out of the way, rolled through, has him up, looking for, backbreaker, and just tossing Wilder aside. Able to make the tag to Jacob Benaya now. Trying to give himself a bit of a preview, and it's going to the side of the dome. And Benaya able to battle back, however, though, strikes are starting to land, has him up in the dead man's carry once again. Now tracks along, has him up now, and throws him out of the ring with a power bomb. That was insane. Benaya not giving a care for the well-being. Has his eyes set for whatever reason on Danny Wells here. And now just tossing Wilder into the steel steps. And now goes straight into Danny Wells and just socks him right in the face here. And again chopping him in the chest. And Wells has to keep himself in order here. Cannot afford to get American Strong Style disqualified. And again, Jacob Benaya just instigating a fight. Trying to at least out of Danny Wells. Trying to go for a belly-to-belly suplex and a great counter. A great counter by Evan Wilder back inside the ring now. Instead tries to turn his attention once again to Danny Wells. Now just tossing him back inside the ring if he can here. The back elbow strike by Jacob Benaya now goes back inside the ring himself. Now, again trying to play mind games here. Slam straight into the steel steps this time himself. And Evan Wilder again this time. Stepping on his hand here right into the steel steps. As the referee's count continues to climb higher and higher with Danny Wells barking orders as well here. Fighting right in front of the VRW right. Is tossing him right in front of Wells' face again. And again, Jacob Benaya trying to get Danny Wells to throw a punch and get American Strong Style disqualified. And Benaya breaking the referee's 10 count and being tossed back into the steel steps. All the more while now, American Strong Style just trying to get themselves a win here against the provocative, technically perfect here tonight. And again, Jacob Benaya continuing to get into the face of Danny Wells. And Benaya, are you kidding me? Leave the guy alone! Off the double arm suplex and now back inside the ring. And there's a takedown from Evan Wilder. Now making an attack to Chase Collins. Benaya about to regret attacking Danny Wells here face first into the mat. Chase Collins now into the cover, hooks the leg, and there's Warren Grant to make the save. But from behind, Chase Collins has him. Grant, however, with a spiking DDT. That might have given Jacob Benaya a window of opportunity. But Chase Collins once again. Oh! Going straight after Jacob Benaya. Jacob, oof. Okay, face first. With the back elbow now. Shot to the midsection. Here comes to Chase Collins and Evan Wilder here being the tag team representatives of American Strong Style. Tag was made. An actual tag was made. And now the tag team prowess on display here. Chase Collins about to be in the world of hurt. A back superplex on the top rope. And Warren Grant now. Look at this. Cradled into a driver. And a cover hook to the leg. The shoulders are down. Chase Collins is down. 2.99. Technically perfect, almost walked out of here with a victory at the expense of American Strong Style after they were the ones who challenged their tag team matchup last week. And Chase Collins now with the elbows to the ribs and midsection of Warren Grant. Trying to take him down. Ooh, sit punch from behind. And now Warren Grant with the back suplex into the neck breaker, but too close to the ropes. And now Collins with a power slam. Warren Grant finding all these windows of opportunity. With a jumping head kick by Chase Collins, drop Warren Grant able to give him a window to make the tag. Evan Wilder now back as the Legal Warrior here. And Chase Collins now just watching as Evan Wilder is just stuck in his vertical standing suplex by Warren Grant. And now, ooh. These elbows here. Just driving the elbows once again into the ribs of Warren Grant. And there's a suplex of his own. Might not have been a standing vertical, much like Warren Grant's here. Ooh, stiff elbow catching the pointed knee here. And look at the power of Warren Grant here. Thought we were going for something different there, but that just landed into a power slam. And now a discus punch laying out Evan Wilder once again. And again, power still on display from Warren Grant. Once again, another power slam. American Strong Style is soon to be at their wits' end here. Both Warren Grant and Jacob Benaya just showing off their individual capabilities in the back of the head. Almost dropped to that bottom turnbuckle. Technically perfect is on the verge of capturing themselves a victory here. And the elbows again to Warren Grant. Evan Wilder trying to find himself some space, trying to get himself out of this matchup, out of being the Legal Warrior here for Warren Grant. Throwing these punches again. Oh! Trying to keep Evan Wilder down. And double axe handle strikes do the job. And once again making the tag to Jacob Benaya. Jacob now. Eyes focused. Eyes targeted down on Evan Wilder. And now, oh! Hip tossed into the DDT. A cover and Chase Collins having to make the save. Jacob Benaya now with a grip of the nape of the neck. Perching. Ooh! Perching Collins on the rope there. And also power of his own here. Referee, get him out the ring. Giving Wilder all the time in the world to recover. But Jacob Benaya, stiff shot to the midsection here. Kick to the ribs of himself. And right into a brick wall. And now popped up into a spine buster again to Jacob Benaya. But not going for the cover this time around here. Instead, goes for a Fujiwara armbar. Armbar is applied. Warren Grant trying to break up. And from behind the takedown. Chase Collins trying to bring this one out of control. And Evan Wilder crawls him into a cover hook to the leg. Shoulders are down. Oh! Referee is down. Warren Grant is down. Benaya is down. American Strong Style trying to get back into this matchup here. Tag is made to Chase Collins. Boot in the back of the dome of the referee and still take it out. Warren Grant in the process here. Oh! Tries to drop his face in the knee here. And Jacob Benaya having Chase Collins trapped against the ropes here. Now he set forearm strikes to the lower back. Jacob Benaya having a one-man army this. Stiff kick to the dome. Tag was made once again to Evan Wilder. Now Evan, stiff forearm strikes here. Combinations on display. And there's some strength as well with the coverage suplex. A stiff kick by Jacob Anaya. This back and forth contest still on display off the double arm suplex of Jacob Anaya. This has been a great tag team affair. We still got one more tag team match to look forward to later on in the night. This time featuring the War Machine. Tag was made to Warren Grant. And Warren thinking that this is all said and done for American Strong Style. Fantastically perfect to get themselves back in a winning circle. Back suplex into a neck breaker again. And there's a save from Chase Collins. And Jacob Anaya trying to whip him all the way out of the ring. This is wrestling. Tag team wrestling. And again, the target of the arm of Warren Grant right now. Meanwhile, on the outside, Jacob Anaya and Chase Collins trying to keep their own selves out of their partner's way. They're wrestling leg sweep on the outside. Meanwhile, Warren Grant is having his hand stepped on. And that has been the focal point so far here for Evan Wilder, focusing on a hand-wrested arm of Warren Grant. Jacob Anaya is still keeping Collins at bay on the outside, but here's a cover. Hook the leg, the shoulders are down. Jacob Anaya with the save. And Anaya blocking the forearm strike, and now technically perfect. Keeping themselves in tow here. Warren Grant once again looking for that. Oh, great counter. That was a great counter by Evan Wilder. Tossed over and out of the ring. This is a sturdy tag team match, just to showcase what the Warriors are capable of here. And Warren Grant, with his eyes in focus on Danny Wells, saw that Chase Collins is in clear view here. Look at this, the strength of our grip and the ring to the eyes. And now off the back suplex on the outside. There's no padding out there. Oh man. Count is at 5, but Chase Collins back to the outside already. A kick to ribs in midsection here. Collins now has Warren Grant up on the shoulder here. And a chop block from behind. And Warren Grant once again has his eyes set on Danny Wells, who wasn't even paying attention. And a chop to the chest of Danny Wells. And Chase Collins is living, went straight forward here. Tossed all the way over the top rope. And Warren Grant gonna pay. He's about to have a pay here. And now look at these chops. Chop after chop after chop after chop. Chase Collins making Warren Grant put his hands on Danny Wells. And the power back again on display. Oh man! Tossing Warren Grant to the side of those steel steps here. But look out, look out! Alabama slam! Whiplashing Chase Collins' head to the floor. And now getting it back inside the ring as he very well should. Now the mind games being played by both teams here. And now, oh! Turnabout's fair play here. But a shot to the ribs in midsection by Warren Grant. Oh! Counter after counter. Chase Collins now, once again, Alabama slam, this time done back to Warren Grant. And now a tag is made to Evan Wilder, goes into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders are down, and able to kick out once again as Warren Grant. And Warren trying to crawl himself away from the corner here. Stuck with a Fujiwara armbar. Armbar is applied. And now just reaching back on the arm. And Warren Grant with no choice but to tap out.
Here are your winners, American Strong Style.
And that was an excellent tag team performance from both American Strong Style. And technically perfect, but only one team was going to walk out with the victory here tonight. For the second week in a row, we were able to see the individual capabilities of Technically Perfect, but they all came down to it. That's all it was. Tag was being made left and right, however. But it all came down to one simple fact, a matter of endurance. And many times, Technically Perfect was keeping her eyes on the wrong target, that being Danny Wells throughout the matchup here. Warren Grant almost had the victory. Almost is never good enough here in VRW. And everyone was just gunning for themselves here. Turnabout's fair play, but Technically Perfect whiplashing off the Alabama Slam. And that set up the recipe for disaster for Warren Grant. As soon as Evan Wilder got back inside the ring, he locked in that Fujiwara armbar. And that said the end for Technically Perfect this tag team matchup. Still fresh off the momentum of their victory at the Ultimate Frenzy, American Strong Style is free. But from one tag team affair to another, it's going to be a hellish main event when Bella Lockjaw and Trish Riley team up to take on Candy Vega and the Queen of the Warzone, Sammy Stone, in a tag team frenzy main event. Well, things are gonna boil over soon on. Once we hit the main event later on tonight, tag team frenzy match between Trish Riley, Bella Lockjaw, Sammy Stone, and Candy Vega. And now we're getting back into some singles action here. Cassie Carter making her in-ring Warzone debut here in VRW. It's like I said last week and tonight, a whole slew of new faces to come into VRW. Here comes yet another. Seems like the War Mania division has catch the eye of many across the event circuit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Narita, Japan, Caw Creators.
Yet another name looking to make a huge splash here in VRW. Someone who is looking to get back into the swinging things here despite her loss last week in her debut. Okita, a hard striker and a complete and other dynamic war maiden who has joined us here in VRW. And yeah, I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys want to get a part of all of the discussions within VRW, pay attention to our chat room whenever we go live, and there's also a Discord server for both existing and new members of the VRW Riots. Come join the conversations live during our shows. And what better time to be a part of the VRW Riots and to be a part of our War Men's division. Cassie, Carter, and Okita here for some singles action here. And lately we have been seeing some hard hits from both Warriors and War Men's alike here. Okita, who had her chance to shine a bit last week in a debuting Frenzy match. Now we're going to see what she is capable of in one-on-one competition alongside another debuting War Maiden in Cassie Carter. Okita, Japanese-born wrestler here. Is very rare to see a Japanese wrestler within the doors of VRW. But the many few who do arrive here never disappoint the VRW Riots. And Okita, the striking capability, like I said, is on full disclosure. Cassie Carter, with a minor league wrestling background, is a judo belt holder as well, knows her way around mixed martial arts in some form or facet here. Tossed over the top rope, hanging on for dear life. And Okita, with a simple strike to the side of the head here, and willing Carter over the top rope and a strike to the back. Cassie Carter now, being introduced to the hard-hitting factors of our War Men's division here, and tossed into the top rope here. A little bit too early for her cue there. And on the backhand chops, the striking combinations of Okita on display here. Able to bob and weave. That spinning roundhouse kick was Cassie Carter, and the power of a fallaway slam, dropping Okita to the mat. And we are seeing some power on display here. Tried to go for a power bomb, able to roll through. The shoulders are down here, and Carter able to kick out quickly. And full steam ahead here, but no one was home. Okita, unorthodox style here against Cassie Carter. Seemingly more calculated, slow, but precise strikes here. And a great judo toss by Okita. Stiff kick to the face. We saw her attempt this earlier. This time the head put reaches the shoulder. And that shoulder and arm being completely targeted now by Okita here. Cassie Carter needs to get her way into some vertical base here to get back into this matchup. Okita now on the apron here. Okita looking to climb all the way to the top rope, looking to fly, turns things around here, corkscrew moonsault splash, now into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders are down. Cassie Carter able to kick out at 2.5. These War Maidens who are coming in recently, ran straight into that boot and grounded Cassie out off the roundhouse kick to the side of the head here. Cassie Carter trying to keep up with the striking capability of Okita now. From behind, into a German suplex. Here we go again. Okita in her go-to suplex, trying to rock the brains of Cassie Carter here, as Carter tossing Okita over the top rope, still hanging on though. Stiff strike, palm strike to the face here, and Okita being hoisted and dropped on the hardest part of the ring, that being the apron, and now locking in a submission to the outside. Bear trap submission, however, Okita able to use her flexibility to her advantage here, and another light suplex to the outside. That's where these counts starts getting higher and higher here. Tossed into that turnbuckle post here. Stiff knee strike by Carter, and now on the offensive here, tossing Okita into the table. And an elbow straight to the chest and the heart of Okita. As the rest count continues to climb, we are at the 5 now. Cassie Carter. Back on full disclosure, just tossing around Okita on the outside, right in front of the VRW Riots. And Carter getting back inside the ring at 7. Count is at 8. Okita trying to get back to her feet here, get back inside, break the referee's 10 count. She does. We got caught into the clutches here. Looking for an Alabama slam, but Okita able to find an escape, back elbow shot, and a flying knee straight to the jaw, and chaining it up with an elbow by Cassie Carter. And now it's Carter with the advantage here with a spinning roundhouse kick straight to the temple. Carter now into the cover, hook to the leg, shoulders are down here, and Okita able to kick out at 2.5. Okita is not worse for wears here. Ooh! The long length of her legs here. Able to hook her up, hook her into the goalie neck breaker. Japanese for Okita to cover, shoulders are down. Oh! So close yet so far. Another count at 2.5. But Okita is not done here. Looking for a way out of this matchup here. Kick to the midsection. Trying to hit this underhook. Kudo driver. Hoists her all the way up. Drops her down. Underhook pile driver. Into the cover now is Okita. After dropping Carter on the back of her head and neck. But still able to get the shoulder up at 2.5. We're not worthy chance now swelling in the VRW Warzone. Off the knee to the temple. Again the cover by Okita. And another shoulder came up. Kicking out. And these VRW War Maidens starting to tune things up a bit. Great moonsault. And now Okita with another knee to the temple. But Carter trying to make it back to her feet. There's a low blower. Low blower by Carter into the cover once again. Hook to the leg. Shoulders that down. Okita not going to look for a second loss on her debut. Big move after big move, it seems here. Both of these War Maidens looking to wow the VRW Riots. And Cassie Carter is on the offensive here. Okita now being dropped with a whiplash neck breaker. And now it's Carter climbing to the top rope. Looking to fly with a beautiful shooting star splash. That was incredible. The fight that is still being brought out of her. And another spinning roundhouse to the temple of Okita. Okita is rocked in daze. And again with the long blower. Into the cover once again. Hooks the leg. Shoulders are down. Oh, Okita. 2.99. This is a battle of attrition here. Refusing to give up, refusing to lose. It's both Okita and Cassie Carter right now. Stepping down, and Okita making a whole lot of space for herself off of that headbutt. Oh! Out that stiff kick, this back and forth affair right now between Carter and Okita. Now toss into the corner here. Cassie Carter now in full sight of Okita. Now, ooh, bouncing her head off of that top turnbuckle. And now Toph turns her face forward here. Draped her over that top rope. And a stiff punch to the back and her falling backwards. And Okita needs to reevaluate her situation here. Stiff forearm strike by Carter. And now, once again, being whipped into the other corner. That was so much force behind it. And driving the knee to the side of the head goes Carter. And keeping Okita down. Now more a ferocious side of Carter is now being brought out in this matchup here. And whoa! Knees into the midsection. Power on display into a gut-wrench powerbomb. Carter on this offensive right now, completely taking over this matchup here, blocking the strike. And Okita now with some power of her own here with a Mushinoku driver. And now is it Okita was looking to bring things back in her favor here. Gory into another neck breaker. Carter is down. Okita is trying to secure herself a win here on the second night of her career in the Warzone. Shoulders are down. 2.5. The shoulder came up again. And Okita now realizing that it's going to take so much more to keep down this star here. Drapes her down. Picking both legs here. Tying her all up. And now, stepping down in the back of the head and neck. And now Okita. Full power into a German suplex again. Carter making it back to her feet once more. And now Okita, kick to the midsection. Has this under barrel hook locked up into another pile driver. The cover again by Okita. Hook to the leg. Shoulders are down. And again Carter able to kick out at 2.5. This is a battle between fresh new faces here in VRW. Both of these warmans trying to be the talk of the town here, trying to rise up in the rankings. Ooh! Kick to the midsection again. Now the knees, the strikes by Okita. Turned her around, turned her inside and out with a lariat. Off the spray bump and the moonsault, but no one was home. And now Carter from behind. Look at his hammerlock into a suplex. And just keeping Okita down with this flurry of offense, and again targeting the arm. Back and forth as we go along. Whipped over the top rope, however, and Okita is taking a charge. Now both War Maidens right here in front of the VRW Riots, whiplashing her down to the floor. And now it's Carter gonna whip Okita into the steel steps. The sharpness of that steel meeting nothing but the flesh of Okita. And again tossing Okita around. As the refs counts higher and higher. Carter is just taking his time to gloat at her own ambiance. And from behind once again, spin out powerbomb by Carter. Is this enough to put Okita down for the count? No! Again a kick out at 2.5, and Carter is beside herself. And again back in the back in the action here. Tempo meeting the knee of Carter. Stiff strikes now. Carter trying to keep up here. Faked her out with a DDT. And Carter dragging Okita away from the ropes here. Misses with the stomp. And now has her up. Has her up on her shoulders here. Okita driving her down with a burning hammer. Now gaining some distance. Now gaining some pleasure up on momentum here. Face first into the mat. But Carter quickly making it back to her feet here. Has her hooked up. Up and down. No! Point of the knee meeting the tempo. Okita making herself a way out and escape. German suplex. Her go-to maneuver here. And now once again from the corner misses with the headbutt once too many times. And Carter back on the advantage here. Got met with the knee to the midsection. However, Okita has her up. Draped up into a gory bomb. But still has a hold of her. Look at the submission. Submission is applied to Carter. Okita looking for a submission victory here. But Carter refusing to quit. Okita lets go of the hold. All worn down is Cassie Carter. Ripe for the pickings with this underhook carry into a pile driver. Dead center of the ring, into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders are down. Okita with the win.
Here's your winner, Okita.
It's time to start leveling up here in the Warzone. You only get one chance to debut, but you have all the time in the world to make a bigger impression, a bigger impact in your career as soon as you begin it. And Cassie Carter and Okita did not disappoint this VRW Alliance. They kept these people on their feet for a majority of their time here inside the ring. At many points of the matchup here, Lungblowers didn't do the job enough well, but Cassie Carter, she resorted to a little power move, that spin out powerbomb that almost put Okita away. But Okita with the wherewithal, with the instant comeback, the drive to bring down Cassie Carter. Despite not winning your debut, you still look to shine, and shine you did. Congrats go out to Okita. Speaking about shining, let's talk about a shining moment that happened at the Ultimate Frenzy a couple weeks ago. Jason Thomas made his triumphant return to VRW, taking the throne away from the former king, Austin Storm. Austin finds out why Jason is back later on tonight. Dawn Thunder lately has been building himself up as a credible foe here in VRW, capturing victory after victory despite not having a place on the Ultimate Frenzy card. He continues to make headway throughout the rankings of VRW. Now with one confrontation to the hardest working man in VRW, Jason Ramirez. All it took was for Jason to say so. And now we have this, a VRW World Championship match here in the Warzone for Dawn Thunder. Dawn made a point earlier in the night that he has defeated a former world champion somewhere in this winning streak of his. That former champion was Melvin McDonald, the dark horse of VRW, the war chief. Dawn believes that he is better than Melvin McDonald, believes that he can walk out of here the VRW World Champion. Are we about to see the crowning moment of Dawn's career?
Break
the man carries VRW on his back. He is the hardest working man in VRW history. Jason Ramirez. Overcoming every opposition. Listen to this list that has been building of names of championship defenses. Melvin McDonald, Ryan Riley, Eli Robledo, Tony Lee Williams, and just last week, Brandon Ace, a fellow dual champion in VRW, has also been added to that list. How many more names are going to be added to this list? Or will Dawn and Thunder shatter the will of Jason Ramirez, ending the creation of the list of names he has been building on months on end? The VRW World Champion Jason Ramirez. Man seems so willing for this championship opportunity. Seems so confident in his ability.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the VRW World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Lexington, Kentucky, Dalton. And his opponent from Miami, Florida, he is the VRW World Champion, Jason Ramirez.
This is the second week in a row that Jason Ramirez has decided to defend the VRW World Championship. We have seen this man defend the championship time and time again. And this is the first time Dalton Thunder has been granted a championship opportunity since coming to VRW. Dalton Thunder, Jason Ramirez, VRW World Championship is on the line, and Dalton Thunder looking to make first blood here contact, but Jason Ramirez, the hardest working man, draws first blood. Dropping Dalton with a German suplex countered off of his suplex here, and keeping the now challenger in the corner here. And Jason Ramirez is not aimed to disappoint anyone in his championship reign here. Has already locked Dalton Thunder into the tree of woe. And Dalton trying to get himself out of this predicament, but it may be already too late. Ramirez corner to corner drop kick. Making the distance, reaching the moment. Peak performance here on display by the world champion. Has Dalton Thunder up, looking for a powerbomb here, but Dalton refusing to be dropped once again here into a running drop kick, single leg. And now off the ropes here, flies in with a knee, dropping it down on the champion's skull. And oh! That will definitely knock the air out of your lungs here, but Jason Ramirez taking too much time to glow early on in his matchup here. And Ramirez wrestling for control, toss over the top rope. Goes Dalton, holding on for dear life now, and a stiff punch and a drop kick, knocking Dalton off of the apron. And Ramirez playing around with his games here. Making it, oh! Dalton running straight into that backhand chop of the world champion here. And Dalton Thunder whipped him into a Saito suplex. Dalton Thunder now with the champion down. And you gotta think that Dalton Thunder truly believes that he can take this championship off of Jason Ramirez here tonight. You gotta give credit to the winning streak that he's been building up in the coming weeks here. All leading up to this moment here, now being offered and granted this opportunity here. And Dalton Thunder getting caught with that double axe handle from the middle rope of the world champion. And Jason Ramirez has walked into season 3 without holding the hand of Sammy Stone, the queen of the Warzone, which many criticize as the main reason why Jason Ramirez is still the VRW World Champion. If you recall back at the Clash of Madness pay-per-view, due to the interference of Sammy Stone and Jason Ramirez's title defense against Ryan Riley, another former world champion of VRW. Many would have believed that had it not been for the interference, then Ryan Riley would be standing here as the world champion and not Jason Ramirez. And Dalton Thunder looking to take the championship from Jason here tonight, here driving the knee into the ribs and midsection of Ramirez. Going with this whole ace of life here, drives the elbow into the side of face of Jason Ramirez. We saw that same elbow take out Brian Black in his debut frenzy match from last week, but somehow Jason Ramirez is still standing back on his feet even after. And now off the ripcord, driving a knee straight to the chin of Dalton Thunder. And now back to a vertical base now as both warriors here kick to the midsection. And Dalton Thunder has Ramirez up on his shoulders here, tries him down with a recross, and to the cover, Dalton to take the title off of Jason, no! The shoulder came up at 2.5. VRW Riots believe that they are not worthy of this championship matchup here tonight. And sometimes you would agree here to see the world championship defended on the Warzone shows is not very common, but the hardest working man is looking to go that extra step and prove that he is a fighting champion. Dalton Thunder launched himself to the floor rather than Jason Ramirez, but still has the will to fight, however. Now has him cradled up on his shoulder here. Jason, however, able to chop the back of the leg of Dalton Thunder. Now Dalton, blocking that stiff forearm punch here. Now tossing Ramirez into the barricade. And the referee's count continues to climb higher and higher. We're at 3 right now. And the stiff kick straight to the ribs and midsection. Now again thrown into the barricade is Jason Ramirez. And Dalton Thunder is having a field day with our champion. And now off the springboard, splashing on with a crossbody. It seemed like that hurt Dalton just as much as it did Jason Ramirez. Now what the hell? Would you get out of my headset, you drunken idiots? And Dalton Thunder back on the action here is now fell to the advantage of Jason Ramirez here, who's back on top of the action. Somebody keep Charles Griffin off of the comms here. I'm trying to commentate this VRW World Championship matchup here. Too much distance between Ramirez and Thunder. Realizing that, Dalton Thunder making it back inside the ring, flies in with a forearm, smack in the face of Jason Ramirez. And once again back on the top rope here. Drop kick shoved aside by Ramirez. Now shot to the midsection here. Dalton Thunder now off the kick, able to kick back as a champion. Now blocking the stiff forearm strike here. Now off the spring. Hold on, look at Dalton Thunder go, using the ropes and athleticism to a T. And now Dalton Thunder whipping Ramirez into the ropes here. Ducks it underneath. Now off the leapfrog. Dalton Thunder here. Ooh! Great counter by Jason Ramirez. Ran into a shoulder tackle brick wall. Blocks a roundhouse kick to the head. And now Ramirez off the backhand chops. And now these chops that continue to fly to Dalton Thunder. Has him draped up on the top here. Dead Man's Carry found his way out here. Ooh! And another backhand chop dropping Dalton Thunder. Now both men back in the vertical base here. Heavy shots being thrown, these heavy slugs and the striking combinations on display. Jason Ramirez off the Pele kick. The storied calligraphy skills have been written into the history books, and Jason Ramirez is trying to rewrite history here and making the VRW World Championship mean more than it already is. Completely leaving the ring, threw off Dalton Thunder's game plan, and now the world champion is in full control of this matchup here. Dalton Thunder doesn't know what to do in this scenario now because the world champion is completely taken over. Able to move out of the way here. Counts at 5 right now. Super kick to the face of the world champion. And now Dawn Thunder fighting back here. Driving a knee into the arm of the world champion. And a drop kick moved out of the way by the champ. However, count is at 6 now. Whipping Dawn into the barricade again. And the hardest working man in VRW holding the ring, breaking the count. Going back outside to Dawn Thunder. And now with the Russian leg sweep against the barricade. Using every opportunity to wear down the body of Dalton Thunder again. Another kick to the midsection here. And now a roundhouse kick. Dalton now trying to fight back here. Roundhouse. Oh! Misplaced direction. And still connected to the temple skull of Jason Ramirez. Trying to get back inside the ring here. And rolled out. Playing mind games here. Ooh! They with swift, nimble fingers. And now got caught, however. Caught! Draping armbar, using the ropes as the leverage. Trying to hyperextend that arm. And now the world champion from the top rope misses with the elbow. Dawn Thunder now with an opportunity. Has the champion up. Drives him down with the Samoan driver. Are we going to have ourselves a new world champion? Shoulders are down. Ramirez barely kicked out at 2.5. So close yet so far to crowning a brand new world champion. Oh! Great play to keep the champion at a daze, to keep the champion rocked, thrown over the top rope. And now Dawn Thunder looking to fly. Phoenix Splash, but landed so hard on the knees. Landed so hard on the knees, and now the world champion spiking Dawn Thunder with a fisherman buster. Dawn Thunder is completely rocked. And now back inside the ring is the world champion. Has the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders are down, and Dawn Thunder able to kick out at 2.5. But Jason still able to fight, wants to put this away again with the fisherman buster driver, this time with a bridge cover, shoulders are down. Dawn Thunder, thanks for coming.
Here is your winner, it's VRW World Champion, Jason Ramirez.
Yet another challenger taken down by the VRW World Champion. Give credit to where credit is due. Dawn Thunder did bring just that. The Thunder into this matchup here. One moment to where we all thought that Jason Ramirez was about to walk out without the VRW World Championship. But this would be the play that would ruin the chances of Dawn Thunder becoming the VRW World Champion. That Phoenix Splash and the way he landed on the knees of Jason Ramirez set up the recipe to the disaster. And if it wasn't just the one fisherman driver that put Dawn Thunder away, would have been that third one. Jason Ramirez continues to be your VRW World Champion. Whoever steps up next week, keep in mind that you're in the fight of your life.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the Storm Report, Storm.
The now former king of the Warzone, Austin Storm, is here. And VRW looking to conduct his first ever talk show that was actually approved by VRW management. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever installment of the Storm Report. Well, here's someone who's not going to waste any time to making an appearance. He is the third king of the Warzone. Jason Thomas has returned to VRW. Return to the Warzone. After defeating Austin Storm at the Ultimate Frenzy, a trap that was well laid by, wouldn't you know it, not just the king, but a former ally that Austin Storm used to call friend, the Drunken Griffin. What the hell was even any of that? Ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time here in the Warzone.
This is the main event of the evening. The following contest is a tag team frenzy match. Introducing first, from Dublin City, Ireland, Tris Riley.
Tris Riley now has a focus and state of mind that Sammy Stone is a blight to her career and now has an opportunity to throw hands with the Queen of the Warzone with some added assistance.
And her tag team partner from Salt Lake City, Utah,
Bella Lockjaw was betrayed by Candy Vega, and last week it wasn't just Candy Vega who interfered, who got in the way of a one-on-one competition matchup from Bella and Tris Riley. It was also Sammy Stone, and now here we are.
And their opponents from Columbia, South Carolina, Candy Vega.
Candy Vega has shown her true colors deep in the past of VRW. Bella Lockjaw did not see any of this coming, but she has been thinking all night about how horrible of a person Candy Vega is, or Candy Vega could care less about the thoughts of Bella Lockjaw.
And her tag team partners from she is the Queen of the Warzone, Sammy Stone.
Oh, Sammy Stone, who is now coming here, and well, I guess her royal chariot. The Queen of the Warzone is coming in on a freaking tank. I guess if you're gonna make an entrance here in VRW, you better do it in the only way you know how to, a way that'll get people talking about it all night. Representing VRW, carrying it on her back just like the hardest working man in VRW, Jason Ramirez, with the VRW World Championship, Sammy Stone, looking to be the face of VRW as soon as Tris Riley is done being in her way. We're all geared and set up now for this tag team matchup here. Frenzy is on the way. There are no tags. There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts. These War Minions can do absolutely anything they want to each other. And all four of these War Minions going straight to where they want to go. Bella Lockjaw on top of Candy Vega. Sammy Stone on top of Tris Riley. All four of these War Minions looking to extract some kind of revenge on one another. And this is how we're going to close out the show here tonight, with an all-out brawl between all four of these War Maidens. Tris Riley trying to kick away at Sammy Stone. And Bella Lockjaw throwing these stiff strikes. Roundhouse kick meeting inside of the skull. And Sammy Stone stepping down in the hands again. Up to the moments leading up to the ultimate frenzy, Sammy Stone was calling Tris Riley all kinds of cowardice, saying that she was unfit to be the Gift of Valor champion. And I bet you believe that Sammy Stone is ecstatic that Tris Riley is no longer the Gift of Valor champion. No, that right belongs to Suki. She is the third Gift of Valor champion in VRW history. Bella Lockjaw realized that Tris needs help in this scenario here. And again, this is a tag team matchup here. Trying to get in sync with your partner is going to be harder than to do when you want to do nothing but rip their heads off. Sammy Stone out there kicking the midsection here. These punches raining down hard on Bella Lockjaw here. And Trish Riley driving the elbow to the sides. On the midsection here now. Oh! Heavy straight to the wrist once again. Kick to the midsection. Candy Vega on the top rope. Candy Vega is possibly looking to fly. Looking down on Bella Lockjaw from ringside. Instead, turns her attention. And now Sammy Stone climbing all the way to the top rope. Looking to fly perhaps here. Candy Vega with a steel chair in hand. Placing it face first to Trish Riley, and Bella Lockjaw turns her attention to Sammy Stone once in a while here. And a stiff forearm strike to the back of the head and neck. And that steel chair already coming into play here. Vega looking to bend that chair here in this match. Now in the front headlock applied here. Stiff forearm strike dropping Trish Riley. And from the middle rope driving a knee in the chest. And Candy Vega coming back after Bella Lockjaw. But Bella misses with the roundhouse kick. The strikes on Candy Vega. Blocks a kick herself. Now front wrestling control here. Sammy Stone with a steel chair. Sidestep, however. But that time she got caught. And now it's Trish Riley looking for a weapon underneath in the ring. The steel chair meeting Bella Lockjaw again. Trish once again looking for something, a static something that'll be best to use here again. Another steel chair strike by Sammy Stone. Now gonna wedge it into that corner there. Riley making it back inside the ring, trying to assist. Bella Lockjaw, backbreaker to Candy Vega. And now another stiff forearm strike to Candy. This time the elbow dropping down on Bella Lockjaw. And the schoolgirl package here. And Sammy Stone having to stop Trish Riley. But got caught by Bella Lockjaw off the double elbow and a roundhouse kick. But quickly making it back to her feet here. Stiff punch. Now from behind, Trish Riley trying to get her hands on Sammy Stone once again. And Sammy Stone with a grip in the nape of the neck cannot hold on, however. Now Lockjaw, super kick by Trish Riley off the straight jacket and a German suplex. And Lockjaw standing up Sammy Stone here. Oh! Kick to the hamstring and from behind here. Sammy Stone spiked her with a brain buster. And Bella Lockjaw taking a ride to the outside, leaving Trish all by herself. But Sammy Stone not allowing Candy Vega to spike her head and neck on the mat. Sammy wants Trish Riley to suffer throughout this matchup here. Wants Trish Riley to hurt. All the motivation of calling Trish Riley out on being a coward here. Now whipping around is Trish Riley. And Candy Vega with the steel chair. And again, oh, side of the head. And again, but from behind, Bella Lockjaw dropping Candy Vega on the top of the dome. And now she's the one with the steel chair in hand. Now gonna wedge it into that corner. Sammy Stone is gonna keep focusing on Trish Riley. Bella Lockjaw just looking down at Candy Vega. Turns her. Now turns her attention to the Queen. Trying to get her hands on the Queen here. Strike to the back and behind. Kick to the midsection here. Stiff punches. Stiff strikes by both Bella and Sammy. Throwing hands here. And a super kick to the Queen. Now we heard earlier in the night that the Women's Showcase is going to be in order to fight Sammy Stone for her throne in VRW. Team Katrina versus Team Tiffany. Soon to be built between now and the Queendom pay-per-view itself. And Sammy Stone not looking to hand her throne over lightly. Now just gonna whip Trish Riley over the top rope. And out she went. Now climbing all the way to the top herself here. Looking to splash down on Trish Riley with an elbow. And Candy Vega and Sammy Stone are going to keep the fight stuck on Trish Riley. Just circling, just hounding Trish Riley at this point here. And the strikes that are being thrown by Candy Vega now. Oh! And now from behind here, Bella Lockjaw looking to assist her tag team partner in this matchup. Northern Light suplex. All four of these women here on the outside now instead of inside the ring. Throwing slugs, throwing hands here. And now focusing up. Triangle Armbar chokeout by Bella Lockjaw. Sammy Stone suffering a scream, but she can't tap out. But it's not going to count on the outside. It has to be done inside the ring. And now having Candy Vega up on the dead woman's carry, driving her into the corner of that barricade. Now tossing Sammy Stone around. Trish Riley and Bella Lockjaw focusing it up. Riley has a baseball bat, and Candy Vega not wanting to get hit by it anytime soon. Now throwing these shots, throwing these slugs here now. Oh! Shot to the midsection. Candy Vega now. Candy driving her down with a queen suplex. Meanwhile, on the inside of the ring, Bella Lockjaw! Pump handle neck breaker. Slammed into the dead center of the ring. And Candy Vega with the bat that Trish Riley brought into this matchup here. Out again! And this time, Candy gets a shot to the ribs. But a cover right now. A cover on Bella Lockjaw. Not paying attention. His shoulder came up. Trish Riley needs to understand that she is in a tag team scenario. One pin, one win. It's all over. It's not just about eliminating the obstacles in your way. You need to rely on your partner. You need to depend on your partner in a match like this. From behind! Baseball bat to the lower back of Trish Riley. Blocking things up here. Wrestling for control. Toss over there and out of the ring. This is a bad place to be right now. And Sammy Stone is bringing in a table now. This is an awkward scenario for Trish Riley and Bella Lockjaw. Candy Vega getting herself some distance here. Looking to safeguard Sammy Stone as she sets up the table with a baseball bat here. Right to the face, but hold on. Bella Lockjaw fighting through. CKV to Bella Lockjaw. Now the cover. Hook to the leg. Shoulders are down. Bella 2.99. So close to being the end of this matchup here. And a kick to the midsection. Ooh. Sammy Stone now. Oh! Back elbow shot. Bella Lockjaw is sending Candy Vega for a ride. Tossing Sammy Stone over the top rope here. Blasted back with a forearm strike. Now climbed all the way to the top rope. Got a cut! With an ace crusher from the top rope. Into the cover. The cover. The queen is down. The queen is down. And a kick out on the outside. Bella Lockjaw and Candy Vega continue to fight. Continuing the brawl. Toss it into the table. Trish Riley now. Gonna drive Sammy Stone through the table. But Trish ain't done. Trish is not done. Spinning neck breaker on the bits of the table. Using absolutely anything and everything to hurt the Queen of Warzone, driven out of the ring again by Candy. And no! That looked like our own version of Hellfire Reckoning of Ryan the cover, and Sammy Stone this time is the one to kick out at 2.5. And Sammy Stone now with a grip of the face of Trish Riley and bouncing her face on that bottom turnbuckle. On the outside, hold on, oh! Dropping Candy Vega down on the back of the head and neck. Steel chair to the skull. And Sammy Stone just wailing away. Ooh, shot to the midsection. Ooh, kick to the hamstring here. Sammy trying to go for a brain buster on the steel chair. Everything is happening all at once right now. So hard to pay attention to it all. The ground and pound now from Bella Lockjaw on top of Candy Vega. How long have these two waited to get their hands on one another? And now off the back suplex. And Bella Lockjaw coming to the aid of Trish Riley as she was screaming in agony from that submission hold that was locked in on by Sammy Stone. Now turns her attention to Candy Vega. Now whipping her into the steel steps. Well, inside the ring, has her up on her shoulders here, looking for the golden now. Oh! Got caught with a reverse DT by the Queen. And now tried to go for that Yakuza kick. But Bella Lockjaw able to counter. Now retreats to the outside here, Bella. Now looking to rearrange some of the furniture wear at ringside. Table is being reorganized for her own sadistic pleasure. And Sammy Stone instead now chopping the chest of Bella Lockjaw. Meanwhile, Candy Vega tripping up Trish Riley on the outside. This is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. Now, oh! Bouncing her head, face first off of that top turnbuckle post. And Candy Vega gonna go back to the outside here to continue this assault on Trish Riley. And now Northern Light suplex. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Sammy Stone, the Queen of the Warzone, trying to keep Bella Lockjaw at bay. Candy Vega underneath of the ring again. But Riley with a stiff forearm strike here, whipped over and out of the ring. And Bella Lockjaw from the top rope, looking to fly. Lockjaw, beautiful moonsault! A beautiful moonsault by Bella Lockjaw, but inside the ring again, tripping up Trish Riley. Using every advantage possible. Candy Vega now goes in for the cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders are down. Riley able to kick out at 2.5. And Sammy, there's a kendo stick now introducing this matchup here. Sammy tossing Bella into the corner of that table. They continue to fight right in front of the practice commentators here. Tossing the Queen into the apron once again. Kendo stick back in hand here. And chop straight to the face here. Continuing over and over again here. Sammy Stone having a kendo stick broken over her head. And again locking into submission. Triangle armbar by Bella Lockjaw. And just wrenching away now, squeezing the life out of the Queen. Bella Lockjaw starting to be a scary individual, now trying to use the sledgehammer here. And Sammy Stone taking it out of her hands here, tossing her into that turnbuckle post. And I believe another table has been introduced into this matchup here. I'm not sure, I don't recall which one. Either Trish or Candy brought the table in, but it does exist here. And a discus forearm to the Queen. And I'm sure Katrina Muir and Tiffany Lorenzo are keeping notes on this matchup here. And at the same time, they're thinking who would be best to be a part of their team at VRW Queendom. Now from behind here, shot to the back. CKV by Candy Vega. And a clothesline taking down Trish. Sammy Stone went into the cover. The cover on Bella. Off the CKV. 2.99. This matchup was almost over and done with. And Sammy Stone livid now. Stepping down on a hand in versus Bella Lockjaw. Riley is down. Sammy off the top rope with an elbow. Candy Vega with a stiff forearm to the back of the head and neck of Trish Riley. Now with their eyes set, focused on Bella Lockjaw, who's bringing in a ladder. Are you kidding me? Using the ladder against the Queen. And Sammy is down. Bella Lockjaw now has her hands on Candy Vega again. Off the exploder. Ladder being nothing more but a distraction from what's actually going to happen between these warriors here. Sammy Stone has her eyes set on Trish Riley once again. Candy back inside the ring on the top rope now. Candy Vega looking to fly with a hammer arm chop. Sammy is down once again. Bella trying to get back to a vertical base here. A roundhouse kick blocked and failed here. Kick to the midsection. Bella Lockjaw. Pump handle neck breaker. Driving her head and neck into the mat. Into the car once again. Candy Vega is down. Candy Vega with the car. Oh no! Found herself a way out. It's Sammy Stone up on his shoulders. Up on his shoulders. Knee to the temple. Sammy is down. The cover by Bella. And there's a save by Candy. But Candy now up on the shoulders of Bella. Let's go. Candy is down. Into the cover. Shoulders are down. Candy kicks out at 2.5 again. Tag team wrestling is flowing within the Warzone right now by the VRW Riots. And Sammy Stone kick to the midsection now. Crossing the leg over. Cross buster by the Queen into the cover. Shoulders are down. Trish Riley 2.99. And now Bella coming in to make the save. Picks up Riley and drops her. Whoa! Yakuza kick taking her out. And now the elbows. Spinning roundhouse kick by Bella Lockjaw. Candy Vegas back up. There's the cover. And now Justice chipped her. She has tripped her. And Bella with the win.
Here are your winners, Trish Riley and Bella Lockjaw.
Trish Riley coming in clutch with that save, stopping Bella from not withholding the cover in this matchup here. A tag team frenzy match that was all the more work to destruction that we saw throughout this matchup here between all four of these women, still with some unresolved issues between the four of them. Trish Riley tried so hard to pin Sammy Stone. Bella Lockjaw tried so hard to pin Candy Vega. Candy Vega tried so hard to ensure that Bella would be made little throughout this matchup here, but all four of these Warriors were gunning for victory-making plays. And at this point here, Sammy Stone almost had the victory over Trish Riley, pulling into the playbook of Jason Ramirez and putting her own cross on it, if you would. And then it was all from, the Yakuza kick from Sammy Stone, and Bella Lockjaw said enough was enough with a spinning roundhouse kick taking out the Queen of the Warzone, ladies and gentlemen. So much more to come with Queendom on the way. What's more to come for our War Maidens?